Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Looking for a gap. It's Joyner. Finds some fresh air. Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
He wants to go deep. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing, it's another thing. Great start for the offense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it back. He smacks it with the stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To change this route. Off play action on first down. Taking a shot on the first play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'll be forcing it a little bit.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Spits it out to the back. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Moss. Got room at the 35. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Craver. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Aggies want to move quickly. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Sends it downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
the grab. It's Virgil. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. At the 30. 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down, looking for more. Still on his feet at the 45. A very productive run, gets it inside the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
To the air, it's Morton. Got a man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Bringing the heat. Going for it all. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. They'll run play action. And the third down pass is incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The Red Raiders need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Snags it at the 30, still running. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position, because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback making adjustments. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To throw, it's Reed. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
On the run, it's Moss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. and he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. Quick release on the RPO. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's sticky. Hard running there. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Starting to feel a little pressure. He tried to get out of trouble, but he goes down for the sack.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Douglas. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Makes the grab, it's Douglas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Snap from the gun on third down. Right down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? With the catch, it's Kramer. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Now, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel.
Turning it on. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell out.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. On the move, it's Moss. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The running back has it. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And the pass is caught. Goes upstairs. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, the fake caught the defense by surprise. Opened up a little passing lane for the score.
And I tell you what, on a field goal block, what are we doing? We're sending everybody. You might want to keep a guy or two back deep just in case they do run the field goal. And when you bring the field goal block and you bring everybody and you're sending all your resources to get them and you're not covering, this can happen. I tell you what, guts to call the play, and it actually worked.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. A strike downfield. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Quickly out to the tight end. Can't get him to the ground. That's what tight ends are supposed to do. Just have people bouncing off them like spitballs off a battleship.
And when you're a defense, you got to understand we got to swarm to the football because these big dudes, they break tackles and they can get loose if we're not tackling with multiple guys. Nice effort by the big fella.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best.
Breaks into the open. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Morton. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17. He'll bring it out. It's Owens. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Now what they had in mind to start this drive, here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. You got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Finds the tight end. Works his way to the 18-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. They'll be facing 4th down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
They punt it away on 4th down. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Finds his man. It's Douglas. That'll be a gain of about 7. Leaves him with 3rd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
And man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to take off. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Gives it on the option.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Morton. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And that's a play the quarterback just has to throw it away. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute situation trailing the way they are. The clock's still running, so at minimum you throw that football away.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the right. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Oh, drills it in. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Dropping back, it's Morton. The safe call on the wide receiver screen.
Amazing individual effort there by the defender, defeating his block and getting to the bubble screen, not allowing a gain. You don't see that happen too often, but these DBs, boy, they love to fight at the point of attack and beat blocks.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Hits the open man. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Now the play fake. Rushes on him. Got him downfield. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And I love the offense, man. Staying aggressive, doing what you need to do, pushing the ball down the field, still willing to throw the football late in this game. I just don't like the ending. Man, don't step out of bounds. Let that clock run. Try to get out of here with a W.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Unloads quickly, and he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Not much good can come out of throwing it here. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really